Hi, I'm attorney Greg Dell, joined by attorney Alex Palomara, and today's disability benefit tip deals with United Health Care long-term disability denial. And Alex, United Health Care is a monster insurance company primarily doing healthcare, but they also offer group employee benefits, and one of those is long-term disability insurance. And for this particular video, I want to discuss what someone should really be aware of if they've been denied, and what are the actions that you first think about and recommend when someone calls you and says, I've been denied my long-term disability benefits by United Health Care.
Well, we get calls all the time with people with United Health Care long-term disability. They're not one of the bigger, major long-term disability insurance providers, but they seem to be getting more active. I see more of their calls on a regular basis. And when someone calls me after they've been denied by United, first thing I need to see is the denial letter. That's the first thing I'm going to ask the potential client. Send me your denial letter as soon as possible. Email it to me. I can have a follow-up phone conference that same day. I want to see what the justification is that the insurance company that United's using to deny the claim. The denial letter will have a lot of information in there. It might not have all the information in there, but most of the information that they utilize to deny the claim is going to be in there. If I decide to take on the case, the next thing I'm going to do is order a copy of the claim file. One thing a person who's been denied is going to want to do, either have us do it or do it themselves, is order a copy of the entire claim file that the insurance company has to provide you if you've been denied benefits and your policy falls under the federal ERISA laws, the Employer Retirement Income Security Act. So one thing you need to do is get a copy of the denial letter and a copy of the claim file. And also, more often, I was going to say the word policy, you'll often find the policy inside the claim file, because knowing the ins and outs of your policy is very important as well.
And in terms of this claim file, which seems like what you're saying is that's going to be the most important document in order to determine the basis for trying to reverse the denial. Is it free to get the claim file?
100% free. And the best thing about the claim file is that the ERISA laws require that the insurance company give it to you, and everything has to be in there. Any form of document that you submitted, that your doctor submitted, any document that the insurance company that United Health created has to be in there. So more often than not, they're relying upon a quote-unquote independent consultant's review to deny your claim, or maybe they send you to an independent medical examination. Well, those reports and reviews have to be in the claim file. So when you're assessing, how to appeal the denial of your claim, you got to go through those documents and figure out where they went wrong. Because if you're saying to yourself, I can't work, I can't do my own occupation or any occupation, the insurance company is saying that you can, there has to be somewhere in those documents where the doctor either created up some BS argument or overlooked some of your medical records, or whatever the doctor did. There has to be a hole that you can poke in there, because if you know that you're disabled and you can't work, there's a way to prove it. And you have to go through those records and figure out your angle to beat this denial.
And does United Health Care have to give you some kind of table of contents, or is it like looking for a needle in a haystack?
It's a needle in a haystack. There's no rhyme or reason for these claim files, and it seems ridiculous. Sometimes you get a 3,000-page document. Sometimes they're in order. If you go order from, sometimes it's backwards to forward. They start with the most recent one and they go backwards in time. Sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes there's things in places I don't understand why they're there, but there's no table of contents to tell you where everything is. You kind of got to go through it and make your own, essentially.
And when someone calls you, can you just speak for a minute about the initial free consultation that you offer for a claimant?
Every day I talk to claimants nationwide, trying to figure out if I can help them, and more often than not, I can. I like to take on as many cases as I possibly can to help people get on claim. And the first thing I do is I get their background information, where they worked, when they stopped working, whether they ever got paid any benefits, when they made the claim, when they were denied, this, that, and the other. Sometimes people call us after their appeal's been denied, and more often than not, we're able to help them file a lawsuit to sue United Health in this situation.
Okay, so like you said, no matter where anyone lives in the country, you're available to assist them, and any of our other lawyers on our team can help. And the most important thing that we're going to need is a copy of the denial letter from United Health Care, and then from there, sometimes we'll need the claim file, but often you can help a claimant just by having a copy of the denial letter.
For sure.
So thank you for considering our law firm. We welcome the opportunity to speak with you should you need us, and we encourage you to spend some time on our website where you can learn all kinds of things about your disability condition, your occupation, even your disability insurance company. And whatever questions you have, we encourage you to call us so that we can discuss your claim with you.